Hello, welcome to Boston International School, and in this case welcome to our secondary school online open day. We're very sorry you can't be here in person, and we hope that we will be able to welcome you to our campus soon. Our secondary school is divided into two parts. We have an MYP section and we have a DP, which is for diploma students. I'll talk a bit about the MYP first and then talk about DP afterwards. MYP runs grades 6 to 10. Students choose from 8 different subjects in groups. They do a math subject, they get the chance to do an English subject, they can acquire a second language, which for our native speakers of Chinese and Korean can include that. We have I&S, which stands for Individuals and Societies, which gets to look at history, geography and world events. We have PE and Health, which keeps our children informed about healthy choices and keeps them active. We have Science as a subject, where students can specialise into specific fields of science towards the end of MYP. We have our Fine Arts department, where students learn art and music skills. And we have design subjects where students get to do things like Model United Nations and debating skills, speech and debate, with a range of different teachers. In secondary, we provide an advisory program for our students where they get to learn about issues such as alcohol and tobacco use and peer pressure and things like sustainability and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Students in grade 9 and grade 10 have the opportunity to do AP courses, which is advanced placement courses in a range of different subjects, and then they can take that on to sit the AP exam, where they can earn college credits and recognition for the work that they've done here at Boston. Moving on to our DP program in high school, which is grade 11 and 12, students choose 6 different subjects. They do 3 at a higher level and 3 at standard level, which makes up their diploma program. They also take part in what we call the DP Core, which is Theory of Knowledge, CAS, which is Creativity Activity Service Projects, and they do an extended essay. As I said at the beginning, we're really sorry you can't be here in person for our open day. We'll do our best to show you what we do at Boston virtually, and we hope soon you'll be able to come to visit us face to face. Thank you.
Boston International School delivers an intensive English as a language learner program by highly qualified and experienced specialist teachers. BIS ELA fully supports the English language development of the students whose first language is not English and who are identified based on our standardized assessment, BAP, throughout the year. The heart of the Boston ELA program for secondary school is to prepare students as proficiently as possible to join the mainstream programs. Generally, 3 English lessons a day are provided to develop English language proficiency in reading, listening, speaking, and writing, along with grammar and vocabulary instructions on various topics from science, history, real-world issues, and etc. We focus on developing English language skills regardless of the subject being taught. As a result, students will acquire the skills needed to become linguistically confident in English in and outside of the classroom. Now, one of the secondary ELA teachers, Ms. Panya Dai, will introduce some of the activities and the lessons done in her ELA class.
Our EL program is not a language learning center. Our teaching is aligned with IB philosophy. We teach students ATL skills and offer students opportunities to practice them. This is a practice of cooperation skills. We use teaching resources from different fields like science, geography, astronomy, and history. So when we are teaching, we don't just teach English the language. We're also teaching partially history, geography, and science, etc. One of my units is called Natural Forces. This is the word wall. In this unit, students read volcano science articles and a journal during Hurricane Katrina. Students research about natural forces, the stories behind them, and then discuss the coping strategies. In BIS, we apply authentic learning. For instance, in this unit, students present their learning outcomes in the ways of retelling the stories, designing newsletters, or even newscast reports.
Hello, my name is Gina Smith and I am the INS coordinator here at Boston International School. At BIS, we offer a variety of courses ranging from the IB, NYP, IGCSE and AP. We don't only prepare students for exams, but we also facilitate project-based learning in order to exemplify our universal design for learning pedagogy. Here, through student choice, students are able to maximize what they're interested in and fully exemplify what they want to learn and pursue throughout the classroom. Analyzing historical issues through primary sources is a really crucial way for students to connect with the material from the past. Therefore, creating their own newspapers and therefore creating their own primary sources can be one method in which turns our students into investigators and reporters of the past. Digital integration is crucial for allowing all students to have access to our rubrics and to our materials. One way that the INS department achieves this is to have all of our lessons and PowerPoints and handouts all online through a website that is accessible to all students. So for example, over here for this academic year, these are all the courses that I currently teach. So as a student, they would be able to choose, for example, in grade 11 IB history, and every single lesson handout is all arranged for every single unit, right? So that's our first unit, our second unit, and our third unit. And with every single new unit, we'll continue to add on new parts. So it's a living website that is constantly being used and is completely aligned with ManageBack.
In secondary, we offer different Mandarin courses to both native and non-native speakers. Under the framework of IB, we provide the Chinese language and literature course to native and near-native speakers. It is a course that aims to develop students' appreciation of the nature of Chinese language and literature, of the many influences on language and literature, and of its power and duty. We study worldwide literature works, including Chinese original literature work and translated work, from prose to poetry, from novel to drama, both ancient time and modern time. Also, the ability to communicate in more than one language is essential to this concept of an international education that promotes intercultural understanding and grow an international mindedness. Therefore, for our non-native speakers, we have IB Mandarin Language Acquisition course, which develops students' Mandarin proficiency from listening, speaking, reading, and writing. I'm happy to share with you here that we will be offering AP Chinese to grade 10 students from next academic year. Besides academic learning, cultural experience also plays a big role in our curriculum, as we celebrate Chinese traditional festival through different activities or events.
在波士顿国际学校，我们根据学生的水平和需求提供不同的中文课程，既有针对母语者开设的 IB 中文语言与文学课程，也有面向非母语学习者的 IB 中文语言习得课程与 AP 中文课程。在语言与文学课中，学生通过广泛涉猎不同类型的文本，培养对语言与文学的性质的欣赏，并通过自我表达来发展想象力和创造力。整个课程在 IB 理念与框架之下，融合中国国家课程标准，精选部编版教材，注重培养学生的探究性学习能力。而非母语课程的学习更是有得天独厚的条件，除了能在课堂上充分发展中文听说读写的能力，老师们还会带领学生走出课堂，走进社区，在真实的生活情景中锻炼中文能力，体验中国文化。
안녕하세요. 한국교사 주영준입니다. 세컨더리 한국어 수업은 MIP 6학년에서부터 10학년, DP 11학년에서 12학년으로 언어와 문학을 매일 1시간씩 매주 5시간 수업을 하고 있습니다. MIP 1년 과정은 5개에서 6개의 유닛으로 구성이 되고 있습니다. 문학은 시, 소설, 희곡, 수필, 비문학 장르는 신문기사, 연설문, 광고, 영상 매체 등 다양한 매체, 장르를 수업을 하고 있습니다. 유닛은 글로벌 이슈와 UN SDGs를 바탕으로 글로벌 컨텐츠와 연관해서 수업을 하고 그리고 이러한 평가 기준표에 의해서 학생들을 평가를 하고 지도를 하고 있습니다.
Currently, I teach both mother tongue and acquisition classes. At our school, every mother tongue is valued, and the language acquisition education is very important because it promotes the cognitive development and it helps develop students' critical thinking, expression, and communication skills. Inquiry-based and concept-based learning and teaching are happening on the daily basis as the center of MIP language learning. So I would like to share some of the topics that I teach in mother tongue Japanese classes. First, in grade 6 class, my student learned values through Japanese rakugo, which is art of storytelling as a drama genre. And second, grade 7, they read Japanese classical story written 1,000 years ago and talked about the language that has changed over the years. And in grade 8, we read non-fiction that included various issues such as racial discrimination, poverty, and immigration, and so on. 母語の学習は、生徒の認知的な、発達を促したり、多言語学習の習得だけでなく他の教科での学習にも役に立つので、非常に大切であると考えられています。概念ベースの授業と探究ベースの IB の指導と学習を通して生徒は授業に積極的に参加し学習を進めていきます。この文学と、言語と文学の授業ではさまざまな幅広いジャンルのテクストを読み、ただ単に本を読解していくのではなくて、文学作品をグローバルイシューや SDGs に関連づけて分析したり内容、表現技法、文体、テーマ、時代背景などを、そういったことも詳しく探求し将来の DP を見据えた準備もしていきます。
French is taught as a language acquisition for now here at BIS, and depending on the level that the students have achieved, we have phase 1 for beginners until phase 6 for advanced level. Generally, phase 5 and 6 can do what native speakers can do as learners, and these phases can be linked to the European language standard framework, which also has 6 levels, A1 and A2 for beginners, B1 and B2 for intermediate, and C1 and C2 for advanced levels. For language acquisition, we assess students following 4 criteria. The criteria A is for listening. And for listening, students are exposed to different audio materials and they try to interpret what they hear. And the criteria B, which is for reading, students try to demonstrate comprehension of multimodal text. And for criteria C, which is speaking the language, it's where students try to communicate and give their opinions on everyday life topics. Those topics can be animals, can be family, can be food, can be daily routine, etc., etc. And for criteria D, which is the writing part, students try to edit and produce different types of text. Those texts are generally descriptive or narrative or procedural, and sometimes they are even asked to make some advertisement. And all those criteria, each of them is assessed out of 8. Merci pour votre attention.
We are doing the programs like DP program, DP1 and DP2, and we have also high school math, which we adopted Springboard. Now, I will start from the top. We have 2 programs in DP called Math A and A, which is approaches and analysis. We have also math applications and interpretation. Both have same topics, but one is called number and algebra. Second topic is called functions. Third topic is called geometry and trigonometry. Fourth topic is called statistics and probability. And the fifth topic is calculus. Both are following the same topics, but with different orientation. One is about application of math, another one is called pure mathematics. When we go down, we adopted this year the program called Text with the material called Springboard. So from grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, every student is following in the Springboard their mathematics program. And they are divided, this in the Springboard, each year is divided in 6 units according to the level where they are. And I think it is a very good program because it prepares students to do the AP program, it prepares students to do IGCSE program, and of course the DP program. So if these programs are really run smoothly, the students will be really ready to go anywhere in the world to prepare their career.
One of the things that differentiates Boston International School from many other programs is collaboration. The way in which we all collaborate here, inclusive of the input from the student, on preparing them to be future ready, also on their college application process, learning about their careers and what interests our students, their teachers, their parents and families, and not only looking at our student like from a distance, but with the student, looking at the student, and growing their talents and their passions, and connecting the reality of who they are now to what they need to do to the future. The way in which we all collaborate together is really unique about Boston International Schools.
So my advice for our students in terms of college application is to get ahead of the game and prepare in advance. So right now, our grade 11 students, they are just a summer vacation away from their admissions cycles. And well, to be honest, students usually underestimate the amount of time and energy it takes. So right now, if they already have a college list, and I think you do, so you should just start writing those college essays and start requesting those teachers' recommendation letters and test scores.
So a lot of times our students would be concerned, well, what if I don't meet the minimum standard? Or what if they don't like the way that I did this work? And we remind them that we are talking to human beings on the other side who want to get to know them as much as possible. So how can we find how to communicate who we are, the warmth of our heart, the sharpness of our minds, and the willingness to engage with a community of human beings and future teammates on the other side of the application process? And when they gain that confidence, they're shooting off emails, they're having a completely new conversation with those that are on the other side, we're calling it, of the application process. And they find out a lot more about their value as a youth and upcoming young adult. That really empowers them to be able to own their college and career path.
안녕하세요. 한국대학 입학 상담을 지원하고 있는 한국교사 주영준입니다. 저희 보스턴 국제학교에서는 학생들의 한국대학 입학을 위해 입시 정보와 입학 상담을 지원하고 있습니다. 매년 1회 이상의 한국대학 입학 설명회와 학부모 간담회를 개최하고 있습니다. 설명회를 통해서 변화하고 있는 새로운 입시 정보를 제공하고 학생과 학부모 상담을 통해서 학생의 적성과 진로에 맞는 전공 과목을 선정하는 데 있어서 같이 함께 고민하고 도움을 주고 있습니다. 그래서 물론 내년부터는 자기소개서가 없어지겠지만 자기소개서 작성하기, 포트폴리오 작성하기, 그리고 필요한 서류를 준비하는 데 있어서 함께 지원을 하고 있습니다. 또한 주기적으로 한국대학에 있는 입학사정관과 서로 교류를 하면서 준비 방법, 어떻게 준비를 했을 때 학생들이 효과적으로 준비할 수 있는지 이러한 방법에 대해서도 같이 고민하고 정보를 얻고 있습니다. 지난달에도 이제 온라인으로 미팅을 하면서 한국대학의 입학사정관에게 이러한 자료를 받고 이러한 자료를 통해 가지고 작년도 학생들이 어떠한 성적을 가지고 합격을 했고 그렇다면 올해 우리 학생들은 어떠한 방법으로 준비를 했을 때 성적에 맞게 어떤 합격할 수 있는 가능성이 가장 높은지 이런 부분들을 고민할 수 있게 되겠습니다. 또한 포트폴리오 준비를 대학 전공과 관련된 자율 동아리를 운영을 하고 있습니다. 입학을 위해서 가장 중요시 되고 있는 부분들이 학교 성적과 전공과 관련된 자율 동아리 활동이다 보니까는 그렇게 학생들이 자율적으로 전공과 관련된 활동을 준비하고 할 수 있게 지원하고 있습니다. 저희 학교 이제 비시간에 유니버시티 익스플로러를 개설해서 학생들이 대학 전공과 관련된 활동을 자율적으로 프로젝트를 진행하는 활동입니다. 현재 9학년에서 11학년 학생들이로 구성되어 있고요. 이번 연도에는 이제 화학, 물리, 세계와 지구 환경을 주제로 3개의 프로젝트를 진행하고 리포트를 작성했습니다. 이렇게 저희 보스턴 국제학교에서는 한국 학생들이 한국 대학 입학을 위한 준비와 방법을 지원해 주어서 학생들이 자신의 미래를, 꿈을 마음껏 펼칠 수 있게 도와주고 있습니다.
You can study in depth more topics that you previously studied in primary school. I think you also reinforce your friendships as well as your relationship with your teachers so that you can develop even better your understanding of topics.
I like to study mathematics.
I'm very productive and busy because DP allows me to dive deep into my personal interests and it allows me to reflect. It reflects on my subject choices and help me gain a clear perspective to my passion and what motivates me.
I like to study physics.
The amazing amount of help that teachers give you in school, out of school, no matter where you are, and to help you get to the next level.
We have college counseling every Thursday to explore our career paths and talk about the requirements for our college applications and how it's different in every country, and also getting a more diverse overview of what college life is actually like.
There's a lot of support in BIS in regards to our university applications and decisions. Every week we have 2 lessons where teachers and other school representatives come and talk to us about how important the decisions are and how to make them as well.
Basically, I was not able to speak English well when I entered this school, which is 2 years ago. And there were some students who, like me, just entered the school at that time. So BIS opened the new class for us. They made us improve our English a lot.
BIS has helped me to prepare for university by giving a lot of advice in what areas I can research upon. A lot of the college counselors have been a lot of help as well, and they have helped me to understand better what can I do in my future and how can I look for doing something in terms of improving my future as well.
I want to be a person who is not ashamed of myself.
I want to be international school teacher about mathematics.
I want to be a well-rounded person.
I want to be content and satisfied with my life in general, no matter what kind of situation I felt under.
I'd like to be a person that gives more than I take.
I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our Boston Explorers program and the TRACS spirit that's inside of it. TRACS in our school stands for our approaches to learning, and that is our thinking, our researching, our communication, our self-assessment, and our social skills, which also go into our Boston Explorers programs. Our Boston Explorers programs happens to be our after-school programs that other schools may call, but in this case, we really are encouraging students to explore outside of their boundaries, to push themselves into new areas, or to be in clubs and organizations or sports or activities that they may like a lot, but to push themselves further to a new level of perhaps mastery or exploration. So we look for our students to grow, not just to be in an activity, not just to be in a club, but to take that club and grow themselves by embracing the challenge and driving change within it. Our Model United Nations BE challenges our participants to think outside of just their local communities, but how their contributions impact our world. They can practice how to make changes for the betterment of others. And we do it right here at Boston, and we integrate the approaches to learning that we've been talking about so that students can measure, self-assess, one of our ATLs, themselves and how they are growing. On this open day, you will also hear about our Future College Ready program and our college counseling program. Well, in the BE program, they also merge so that we have continuing college preparatory programming for students who want to do that during their Boston Explorers. And they proceed to apply these learning skills and developments to their college applications. Well, we really invite you to look deep into our Boston Explorers program, and we know that you will find something for everyone, and we really can't wait for you to come here and learn a little bit more with us.
My name is Gavin Cottingham. I'm the athletics director here at Boston International School, and our Panther sports program is one of the biggest programs we have at the school. We offer sports in badminton, table tennis, track and field, cross country, basketball, volleyball, soccer to students from grades 5 to 12. We also have our Panthers Cubs program, which is for students in the primary school where they mostly compete in soccer. Our CISA League is for our students in grades 5 to 8. It's a Shanghai-based league where they'll get to go to Shanghai for a day for a tournament. Our SIAC League is a local league with Suzhou and Wuxi schools, and they will compete in regular season fixtures and also a tournament. Our biggest league is our ACAMUS League, where we're a member of the Silver Division with schools from all over China. There's schools from Beijing, Wuhan, Wuxi, Chengdu, and Dongguan. We compete in these tournaments where there'll be a multi-day tournament where we'll get to go there and play a 3-day tournament with these schools in volleyball, basketball, and soccer. We are scheduled to host the basketball tournament here in Wuxi for the next school year. We are excited for this, and we look forward to having all of our students participate in our Panther sports teams.
Hello, I am Matthew Kirk, and I am the BIS High School Coordinator. At BIS, we are privileged to be able to host 3 College Board external examinations. They are the PSAT, the SAT, and AP. PSAT is the Preliminary Scholastic Assessment Test, and that is aimed at students between grades 8 to 11. This test takes place once a year and is a great diagnostic test for finding out students' ability in mathematics, reading and writing. It also gives us a great indicator as to students' potential strengths as they progress through high school and into college, and can be very useful for college guidance in deciding which major they wish to pursue. The SAT, the Scholastic Assessment Test, is hosted 5 times a year at BIS, and we are one of very few SAT test centres in this region. This is generally used as a college entrance examination, mainly by US colleges, but also other colleges around the world. Many of our students are striving for 1600, points, which is the top grade. The third College Board examination which we offer is the AP, the Advanced Placement. And we run a number of AP classes at BIS, and these are set to grow next year. We also allow students to take AP exams by self-study, so they can take the exam only, but don't have to sit in the year-long class. Most of our AP students are in grade 9 and 10. Thank you.
My name is Laura Ward, and I am the MYP coordinator for Boston International School, which means that I spend a great part of my day in the building behind me, our secondary section. In our secondary section, we offer the IB Middle Years program, and we offer the diploma program. In grades 6 through 8, we offer our students a US standard-based curriculum that encompasses the IB's 8 subject groups. From grade 9 onwards, students begin earning their credits for high school towards their school graduation diploma. Alongside this, most of our students also pursue the IB diploma. Our students in the secondary school have many opportunities to flourish. They can do this through the Boston Explorers that we offer, which encompasses both sports, arts programs, hobbies. They can even create their own Boston Explorers program. That's after school. During the day, our students also have the opportunity to academically thrive. In grade 9 to 10, we offer students to take AP subjects that includes from English to math to science and many more. In grades 6 through 8, students can take up the challenge if their scores are high enough to enter an accelerated math program. They can also push themselves in the arts by being given the opportunity to do various projects throughout the year in the art subject of their choice. When students enter grade 11 and 12, they begin their diploma program journey. This is a rigorous program offered by the IB that asks them to reach a certain amount of points in all of their subjects while also completing a theory of knowledge essay and an extended essay, ensuring that when a student leaves our secondary section, they are definitely prepared to enter the world. Our secondary section we're so proud of because we want our students to continue learning and learn how to learn. We place an especial emphasis on ATL skills, approaches to learning skills. These skills that enter into every single subject and aspect of this building teaches students how to learn. How do you fail forward? How do you organize your time? How do you manage your workload? How do you communicate clearly? These skills are skills we think are so important for when they enter our 21st century very busy world. Alongside our ATL skills, students are also covering the learner profile attributes in every aspect of their journey at our secondary school. These attributes assist our students in becoming knowledgeable, inquirers, courageous, caring, everything that is important here. Finally, one thing we pride ourselves on in our secondary school is that every student here is able to follow their own unique path that allows them to thrive throughout their secondary school experience. Thank you.